beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Roha, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty. Welcome to 2023, and I wish you guys a very blessed new year. Today's video, I will be talking about how to move abroad. To be more specific, how to get a job in Malaysia. Now, I need to tell you guys that Malaysia, like I think any other country should be, is one of those countries that really prioritizes its citizens. So what I'm saying is that if they can hire a local, why would they hire someone from another country? Because remember, them hiring you may mean that they need to pay for your visa, they need to pay for your ticket, and so forth. So if a job can be done by a local, there's absolutely no need for them to hire a foreigner. However, there are some companies that do actually hire foreigners in Malaysia. I might not know them all, but again, Google is our best friend. So you can always research yourself, you can always go on Google, you can always go on YouTube to further your knowledge. I'm just here to give you what I know and what I've experienced. So without wasting time, in today's video, I would like to share with you guys that the best thing you can do for yourself as someone looking for a job in Malaysia is to focus on multinational companies. As the name suggests, it's a multinational, so they do hire people from all over the world, depending on your skills or what it is that they're looking for. Okay, so I am going to focus more on the company where I work because I feel like I have more knowledge on it and maybe someone might just get hired. So let's start with my top 5 safety tips when you are looking for a job. Number 1, research about the country. Research about the country because this is where you intend to live and this is where you might potentially end up, especially when you get a job offer, right? You want to understand what the country is all about. You want to understand the culture, the weather, the rules and regulations, the laws of the country, so that you might not be too surprised. Because ironically, when you are living in your own country, you are sort of already used to the rules, you know how the culture is, you know how the people is, but you would be shocked that sometimes when you move to a new country, there will be this huge culture shock. You will be shocked at how truly different people can be, their way of life, how things are done, and the rules of that country. So it's really important to understand how a country operates so that you not only violate their laws but also to sort of just familiarize yourself with your new environment. Okay, imagine not knowing that a country snows, or imagine assuming that Malaysia has winter and you come here with your winter clothes. We don't have winter, so it's literally always hot. You don't even need winter clothes. Okay, not really, it depends. Unless like you're in a place where there's an AC, you might need a jacket. But generally, you need to know that we don't have winter here. So that's my point. Okay, so my second tip for today is know your rights. Know your rights, especially your rights as an employee. Know and read your contract very well. Tip number 3. Have an emergency contact, because you never know. You really never know what's going to happen. And speaking of emergency contacts, if you have a consulate or an embassy in that country, make sure that you tell them that you are coming there for a job, and if they know that company, just kind of do like a background check, you know. So have your embassy as an emergency contact, or if you have friends residing in that country, have them as your emergency contact, because you really never know. And if you can, give that contact to your family as well before you leave. Okay, and then number 4, of course, which is really important, do a background check on the company. Make sure it actually exists, because sometimes you might just get scammed, and scamming is like one of those really common things these days. So be very careful, do a background check, make sure the company actually exists, and just know a little bit about the company. Also, you can read reviews online these days. So reviews will kind of give you an overall or general perspective of what the company is like and what it is that you can and cannot expect. Okay, And the last tip for today is don't fall for scams. If that salary seems a bit too exaggerated that even you are questioning whether it's real, you might just be a victim of scam. Or if the person is asking you to pay a hefty amount to be employed or for a visa or to pay for your own visa, because normally reputable companies actually pay for your visa and some of them are even kind enough to pay for your flight ticket. So when they ask you to pay for your visa, please check again. Okay, this is just my opinion. I could be right and I do tend to be corrected, but always check if that is indeed how that company operates. If they do require you to pay for your own visa, just check, okay? Now that you know some of your relocation safety tips, I am going to tell you some of the sites that I think are really great options to look for a job, okay? Number 1, Indeed.com. Number 2, LinkedIn. Number 3, JobStreet. Number 4, Jora. Okay, now my personal favorite I think would be LinkedIn, right? So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, welcome to 2023. Go and download LinkedIn, create a profile, upload your CV, and start applying for jobs. Learn how to use the features of LinkedIn. Everything, you guys, is available online. All these resources are freely available for you online to learn how to use. So you can use LinkedIn to apply for jobs. And the good thing is, with all these apps that you can download, you can actually always change the filters according to which country you're looking for a job. Right? Right. Although today I am only going to specifically talk about how to get a job at the company where I work, I will also give you guys some other companies that I think and believe do hire foreigners. Okay, so number 1 would be Accenture. Accenture does hire foreigners, so please do check them out. Number 2, TikTok. TikTok is also hiring foreigners, so please do check them out. So if you want to, for example, work in TikTok Malaysia, then what you ideally would be looking at is TikTok Malaysia. If it's TikTok Germany, then you need to be specific and say Germany. If it's TikTok whatever country it is, then please just put it as that, okay? Number 3, Agoda. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what Agoda is, but as someone that travels, I think you should be. So Agoda also hires foreigners. I've had friends that actually work there, and they were from other countries, so you guys can also check out Agoda. And number 4, Shell. Yep, Shell. Shell does hire foreigners. And the last one on the list for today is Concentrix, and that is where I work. So Concentrix is actually an MNC, and it's an American company, and they hire lots and lots and lots and lots of foreigners. Now, for those of you who are wondering, what kind of job can I get in Concentrix? Well, Concentrix is actually very versatile, and they offer they've got clients, like different clients in different industries ranging from technology, banking, finance, e-commerce, you name it, retail, and so on. So you can get different types of jobs. They're even in law, right? So you guys, there are so many opportunities at CNX, and I would suggest that you take your time and apply for these jobs. So how do you apply for a job at Concentrix? Okay, so obviously I've mentioned the sites where you can go to find numerous jobs, but now I'm going to focus specifically on Concentrix. 1, Concentrix actually has a website. So you can search for Concentrix online, and I'll also drop the website link below, and you can go straight to their website and apply for a job there. You can also apply for a job at Concentrix through LinkedIn. LinkedIn, right? I'm also going to post the link below for those that have never heard of LinkedIn. So when you basically look for the job at Concentrix, you can specify in your search tool which country you are looking for the job. So if it's Malaysia, you can put Concentrix Malaysia. At job, Concentrix. At country, Malaysia. If it's Concentrix UK, then you put Concentrix United Kingdom, Concentrix USA, Concentrix Netherlands, Egypt, whatever country you want to put, because Concentrix has branches all over the world. Then there are also a lot of jobs that are good for fresh graduates. So you don't need much experience, sometimes even no experience. So they will train you for what they want you to do. They will train you. And their training is actually really good, and it's very thorough, and you really get to learn a lot. So don't be too discouraged about, oh, I might not know how to do this, or I've never done that, or I've never done this. Apply, apply, apply. Okay, as long as you meet the minimum requirements, apply. So once you've applied for the job at LinkedIn, you just check your email and you keep applying for more jobs, because they post jobs almost every single day, you guys. Different types of jobs. Step 3, another way you can apply for a job at Concentrix is through a referral. So if you already know someone that works at Concentrix, they can actually refer you for a job. Okay, some of you guys know me now, so I don't mind taking my time to actually refer you for a job. I'm willing to do that, and I'm happy to do it. So you can hit my inbox on my Instagram, which is also Life with Roha. So that is basically how you would apply for a job at Concentrix. And again, consistency is key. Just because you've applied for one job doesn't mean you're done applying now, does it? You need to keep on applying and applying and applying and applying for jobs. Every single day, every single week, every single month. This is 2023. There's just no time to play. You need to believe in yourself more than anyone believes in you. And you need to push for whatever you want more than anyone should push for you. So don't expect your friends or your relatives or anybody to do the most for you while you are giving yourself the bare minimum. I know it's really hard to get a job. I know it's very challenging, but you need to keep trying. And no cannot stop you from trying again. Yes? Alright. Most importantly, try to do your own research, because you cannot depend on one source. You cannot depend on one YouTuber's information. You cannot just depend on them. You need to be brave enough, and you need to be wise enough to go on Google, go on YouTube, do your own research, and check what other opportunities exist, right? Check what other jobs exist, check what other markets you can penetrate. So don't just depend on one source, you guys, and don't be lazy, because honestly, it is already difficult for people that are applying for jobs every single day to get a job. So imagine how much more difficult it is if you are not, right? If I could give you guys the stats right now, I've probably applied for more than 1,000 jobs last year alone. I know, right? It's about consistency. Finding a job is just like playing the jackpot. You just don't know when you're gonna win. But if you don't play, how are you gonna win, right? So you need to play, and you need to sort of like a gamble, right? You need to gamble to stand a higher chance to win. So thank you for tuning in, you guys. That is all for today. Thank you to everybody that has returned. Thank you to the new people that have subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. So thank you. I wish you guys a lovely day ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.